This is the kitty cat ASMR that we all want and love. This is AJ. AJ, sweet baby. Oh, AJ, you sweet baby. Oh, look at all that floof. So much floof. Oh, you wanna hold my finger? So much floof. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my bestest bestie sibling in the entire world. This is Ash, and I am in Connecticut right now, and I'm helping Ash recover from gallbladder surgery while I help take care of little man who is at grandma's house right now. And because we had some time last night, we decided to go ahead and pick out a book to read. And we picked out this book called Golden. And the synopsis said that it was like Little Mermaid meets Loki. And we're thinking, oh, it's going to be a mermaid book. Mm-hmm. It's not. Nope. It's a werewolf book. But it's really cute so far. We're about a third of the way through it. It's about this woman named Sin. And she is a werewolf that was almost murdered by her pack members to get her out of the way because she was too dominant and her mother felt threatened by her. So she ended up in Alaska, hiding out in this little bookstore and befriending a ghoul and a vampire and a couple other things. And one of her siblings found her, and they found out that, surprise, she's not dead. And so she goes on the run. And I don't know how much of the next little chunk of the book is a spoiler because we are a third of the way through it. So I'm not going to say too much more about the actual synopsis, because there's a lot that happens in that first 25%, and I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think... There's a lot of information. It's very quick, and with certain names and certain characteristics of these people, it would give too much away.
We're playing guessing games right now, trying to figure out, who is this? Who is this? What's going on? That's what the plot thickens. But so far, it's really, really readable, and we have been just blowing through it. We read about 25% of it just last night alone, and I read another chapter this morning, and they read another chapter while I was sleeping still. So we're both on chapter 10, which is about a third of the way through it. It says it's literally 33% of the way through.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be about a 300-page book. I didn't look up the specs beforehand, but we're on page 97 and we're a third of the way through. So I'm assuming that gives us about a 300-page book.
Let me see. 283 pages, yeah.
So about 300 pages.
Wow, you're good.
But there is a second one to this, so it's a two-parter. The author's name is Shannon Mayer, and I've never heard of her before, but she's got a lot. But you put in Mayer, and everyone tries to change it to Meyer because all of these authors have the last name Meyer. It doesn't have a lot of reviews. It does have good reviews, but it doesn't have very many because people haven't been reading it very much. It is a Kindle Unlimited book. I don't have Kindle Unlimited. Ash does. Mm-hmm. So Ash is reading it for free because they have a new Kindle and got Kindle Unlimited for free.
And I'm cheap.
And I paid the $4 for the book because I don't read Kindle Unlimited enough to afford that $8. But if I end up buying the second one, I probably should just got Kindle Unlimited for the month. But we'll see how that works out. But yeah, we just wanted to come in and say hi. We're reading a new book and show you kitty footage because you may see little man. We don't show faces of him. But if we're out in a park or something and we see him running away, you might get little glimpses of him here and there.
He's got great curls.
He does. He's a sweetheart, and it's been a fun, interesting journey since his Momo has been sick, and I've been taking care of him. He trusts me very well, but he's not overly fond of me at the moment. I come in to get him in the morning, and he's got all smiles waiting for his Momo to turn around the corner, and then there's me, and he goes, like, oh God, it's you again. But
so
now that Momo's feeling a little better and is up and moving around some, that he's starting to like me more. So he's been crawling into my lap and playing with me now. So we're on the right track. It's only taken him a week to get here.
He loves his auntie.
So we're going to go pick him up and we'll get some more reading done later and we'll check in then. Bye. Hi guys. We are in the car. We were on our way to Mystic to go to some of these really cute little shops, and it's like, you know, Mermaid Central and all this like little cute witchy stuff, and I'm really excited about it. But on the road there, we passed a sign that told us that BAM was here. I have not seen a BAM since we lived in Florida. The only time I've even seen one at all recently was on our road trip, but it was like way far away and we couldn't stop. There's one here. I'm so excited. I have not been to one in ages. They have the best bargain books. They have used books, and they have a bunch of lounge flies. So we're gonna go look.
I've never been in one.
Never?
I don't think I have.
Oh my God, I love BAM. It's like my favorite bookstore ever. I love it way more than Barnes & Noble. And it's even better than Borders used to be, because they have bargain books. It's like a book outlet on crack.
The child woke up.
Yes. Okay, see you inside. Dun, dun, dun. BAM.
Always out of mind. You had the best years of my life. Radio's playing in the kitchen again, all dressed up, hey, it's only pretend. What are you doing by 5 p.m.? I can't help but thinking that you and I'd be coming home in a town we'll never know. Yesterday.
Hi guys, so I am home now. I got home a couple of days ago. Today's Friday. I got home on Tuesday morning, afternoonish. And I have not had a chance to update you because we've been busy. I did some Plan With Me's yesterday,
and I have my nephew here with me, or at the house with me. And so I haven't had a chance to really talk to you guys because I do not feel comfortable filming my face in front of my nephew. It was bad enough doing a plan with me because he snuck up on me and scared the bejesus out of me. Luckily, I was looking for something at the time and wasn't actively recording, because that probably would have been kind of funny to put into the, leave in, but I already had it paused when he came in. But I want to give you guys a final thoughts on Golden. I have Ash sending me their final thoughts on Golden also. Don't read this book unless you have the second one available to you. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have purchased the second one because it is Kindle Unlimited. I don't have Kindle Unlimited, so I just bought the book, which honestly, if I had read them back to back, it would have been cheaper to have Kindle Unlimited for the month than it would be to have actually bought these 2 books. But it doesn't come out until like July. And it leaves off on the stupidest cliffhanger. Not only is it a massive cliffhanger, it leaves it off right smack in the middle of a sentence almost. And I'm just like, this is dumb. I hate this. Why did it do this? The book was great. I was really enjoying it. Is it like high quality literature? No. But was it fun to read? Was it enjoyable? Did it keep me interested? Was there anything super problematic about it? No. There was nothing like super problematic about it. There was nothing that bothered me about it. It was a lot of fun. It was goofy and interesting and kept me reading. And this is the high point here. It kept me reading. But it left off on a horrible cliffhanger, and the next book doesn't come out until July. And so I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed where it left it. It's like she wanted to write one long book and then she split it in 2. I'm not sure exactly how the next one's going to pick up, but if it picks up exactly where this one left off, it's really going to be like she took one big book and split it in 2. The book has all the foundations to be smutty, but it's not at all. There's a couple of words like orgasm used, but it's not smutty at all. So if you're worried about smut, or you want smut, if you want smut, you're gonna get let down. If you're worried about smut, it's not smutty. It's got some like slow burn build up and like sexual tension, but that's it. I did like it. I'm looking forward to reading the next one, and if you guys want an update on that, I'll give it to you in July. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye. If Ash does end up sending me a closing clip of what they think of this book, I'll put it in now. If you don't see anything else after me, it's because they never sent one. And I will leave it open until I finish editing it. So once I finish editing this, then if they still haven't sent me one, then I'll just close out. If not, here's Ash, and I'm very happy you guys watched. If you guys got to this point in the video, send me a puppy or a paw print or something. And I will talk to you guys soon in another video, because I have like 4 that we're working on right now and one that I need to film still. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Okay, so my final thoughts on Golden. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good book. There were some things that irritated me about how it was written. Not grammatically or anything, but word choices. Some were overused. Some name choices, they felt a little off to me. Not God-wise, but just cultural-wise. And it made me a little uncomfortable. Also, with just word choices with actions and things that people were doing, it felt a little overused, a little bit like a teenager was writing it. Overall, it was really good though. Like the book still hooked me. I was still interested in it. I still wanted to read it. You know, it's one of those quick books that is like a guilty pleasure that I still really wanted to read. I couldn't put down, you know. Nini and I had a competition on who was gonna finish it first, and they ended up finishing it first because I was asleep because of healing from surgery and my son exhausting me. I'm still not sure how well the whole Loki meets Little Mermaid meets up. It felt a little corny to me, where it finally did come into play. But to me, Loki hasn't come into play. He's been referenced, but there's no definitive like answer on that yet, on Loki. So I'm hoping when book 2 comes out this summer that will be answered. I have an idea of who Loki is, of where he comes into play, but the Little Mermaid aspect of it felt overused and like a get out of jail free card. Like the author couldn't come up with their own plot points or flaws or antagonistic part of the plot, if that makes sense. It felt kind of like a cop-out. It really did. I feel like when the Little Mermaid aspect comes into play, it could have gone in a different direction that would have been much more interesting than certain plot points from the Little Mermaid. The Disney-fied version, at least. The cliffhanger really bothered me. It just felt too quick, too simple, too like, okay, I need to get into book 2 now. I can't keep writing about this one thing or this one idea, so I have to end it. And it felt too jarred. It just didn't flow. It didn't mesh well with the story. It felt too out of place. The characters didn't seem like themselves. It felt very out of characters for how the characters were written so far. What they said, what they did, it was not their character at all. And it felt really too hardline, like, all right, this is the end, goodbye, and shut the book. That's it. And that's how it felt too, reading it. It just felt too soon. It didn't match well with the rest of the story. Now, if we had book 2 out already, I think hopefully maybe it would flow a little bit better. But the way that this one was written, it felt too hardline, too fast, too jagged for how the story has been written so far. I'm looking forward to book 2. I hope it's a cleaner, smoother end to the story. There are things in book 1 of Golden that definitely should be elaborated on, especially certain characters. You know, certain characters that are side characters to the main characters. Their backstory needs to be explained a little bit more about who they are and why exactly they're there. Because it gets a little confusing when you're talking about these characters in relation to the main characters, but not having any understanding of who exactly they are to those characters, to those main characters. And then I think that, you know, I'm hoping that certain questions about like where Loki fits in will be answered, because Little Mermaid was already answered real quick and very corny, very just like, ugh, another one of this kind of story. You know how there's retellings of Beauty and the Beast all over the place, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. It just feels too overused and too much like a cop-out. Like they couldn't come up with their own plot point when it comes to what happened with that plot line. But yeah, overall I liked the book. Even though like those things did annoy me, I think the book overall was very well written for what it is and very good for what it is. Very interesting, you know, it kept my attention. I kept wanting to read it. I didn't want to put it down. The only reason I did put it down was because of my kid and having surgery and being in pain, and then also doing all these things with Nini, having only to see them for a short amount of time before they go home because I was totally out of it the first week, and having to, you know, teach my classes as well on top of it. I am looking forward to book 2. I think it'll hopefully, I'm hoping, at least not, I don't think, I hope that it will be a nice wrap up to book 1, and that we'll get more information on these characters and these plot lines and where they fit in. Bye.